And we are live. Let's see if Greg is waiting for us.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Greg. Yeah, my bad. What?
There we
Who's the
go.
dude in the green jacket?
I don't hear you for some reason. Let me see. Oh, I know why. Hang on.
There's microphone. Should be able to hear me.
No. This one. Try again.
Say again.
There we go. It's funny because Zoom. I was on the weekend on a course, so I was using my headphones.
Mm-hmm.
But Zoom has its own settings, I guess, that are separate from your default system. And I have, like, for some reason in my options, I have the same, I don't know, name for my speakers listed multiple times, but only one of them actually works. I never click on the right one. Anyway, how's your weekend?
It was actually very good. Delightful even. I mean, the weather was good. I had my first barbecue on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Just it turned out to be chillier than I expected because my backyard gets shade after midday.
Oh yeah.
So it was great during the day because it's like, oh yeah, no direct sunlight, all good. But then in the evening it kind of gets chilly.
Right. I barbecue all winter.
Good for you. Good for you.
So
I do charcoal, so it's
oh, do you?
it's a hassle to do any time other than it's when it's warm.
Yeah, for sure.
So
That's dedication doing charcoal.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I mean, compared to gas, it's a pain in the butt to get everything started, but there's something satisfying about open flame.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was out walking the dog last week with my daughter, and I could smell a smell that reminded me of when I was a kid, and I used to help my dad light the barbecue that had
Mhm.
charcoal, because you'd use like that, either the lighter fluid or the Zippo or whatever it was called, this
Yeah.
little white stuff. Anyway, it has a very distinct smell to it, and I mean, I hadn't smelled that in, I don't know, decades, and I was walking around going, oh, somebody's using charcoal around here.
Imagine how a little whiff, like a scent, can take you back
I know, it's
so many
amazing.
years.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
Masters is done.
Masters is done. First Japanese-born player to win the Masters.
Who?
Hideki Matsuyama.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I asked. That doesn't that. You might have as well said Vadim Shalkovnikov.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. This guy won. He's 29 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and he won the low amateur at the Masters 10 years ago when he was 19. So it's kind of an interesting story. But it was good. It was like he had a big lead going into the final round.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with 4 holes to go, he was up by 4 strokes, which seems like a lot. But then he had a bogey, and the guy that was chasing him had a birdie on.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know that? You don't even know what that means? Okay.
I know those words pertain to golf, but I do not know what they mean.
Put it this way: it was a 2-shot. So that on one hole, the guy picked up 2 strokes, and then he gets to the next tee, thinking, "Okay, I've got some momentum," and he proceeds to hit his ball in the water. So that kind of killed his chances of coming back. And that guy ended up taking a triple bogey, which you don't know, but that's 3 over par, a 6 on a par 3.
But when the ball goes in the water, what do you do? Where do you start off from?
They have a drop zone, so they have a circle painted on the grass, and you pick your ball up and you go and drop it in that circle, and you shoot, and you take a penalty stroke. So one shot into the water, drop your ball, and now you're hitting your 3rd shot.
Ah.
So.
Oh, interesting.
Well, you're going to be a prime candidate when I finish my my how to navigate a golf course. And no, I didn't stutter.
Golf course.
That's right. Anyway, yeah, it's good. I have a call at 9:30, so we'll have to wrap up just before that.
Well, screw you then. Okay, I'm disconnected. I'm working on my final pitch presentation. I actually had some engagement, so I've identified there's three people in my group who actually choose to participate,
Yeah.
have comments. Oh, you saw it. I mean, you're the admin of the group. You see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been fun seeing that. I've also had a couple of people leave feedback. Generally, it was all positive. There was a couple of typos. Some person experienced stuttering video, but it seems like that was a one-off because nobody else complained about it.
Right.
I have rebuilt my homepage because I wasn't able to fix that.
Mm.
My homepage now resembles yours. It's like, well, why don't we go? Why don't we go and take a look? This is going to be, oh my God, it's going to take your breath away.
And I saw you had some things where you had multiple, like 2 versions of your course or something. People were getting confused.
Yeah, I was getting my cart ready
Yeah.
because I'm whoever buys will. I'm stopping access to the course on Sunday,
Right.
but whoever buys the course should have access to it, but it shouldn't be saying beta. So
Yeah.
I've just renamed it. So that created 2 versions
I
because
see.
right now when people logged in, they go straight into one course. But realistically, if you have many courses, you have tiles that kind of represent each
Right.
course that you have to offer, kind of like
Yeah.
what you have on yours.
Yeah.
So yeah, it confused a bunch of people because and also taught me not to fiddle around with stuff midway through the course.
Right.
See? So
Oh yeah.
changed.
I like it.
Yeah, and then just text and about me. All of the fanciness, I decided not to recreate, like all of
Yeah.
this stupid little stuff, but kind of like it, the
No, it's
simplicity
nice
it
and
does.
simple. Yeah. I like the static picture.
Hmm.
You scroll over.
You mean parallax?
What's it called?
That effect when you
Yeah.
scroll through the picture called parallax.
Parallax.
I
Okay.
don't know why. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So,
Wasn't Parallax the villain in Green Lantern?
huh? Yeah. So yeah. So I'm working on my bonus presentation, and a lot of people you saw in the group were actually asking about like funnels and how to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you're speaking my language. Just make sure you sign up for the master course.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's good.
We will see.
So apart from those 2 or 3 people that are heavily engaged, what are the other people still looking at the stuff? They're just not leaving
Yeah.
comments?
People are looking at this stuff.
Yeah.
Just I'm and Joe was just talking about engaged. Let's take a look. I've inadvertently, well, accidentally, let's put it this way, turned off analytics.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like I was like, oh my God, I can't see anything. So I was thinking that weekend is going to be a pickup of views. It actually didn't transpire, but setting goals, personal goals, niches. See, the thing is, it's interesting. The 1, 2, 3. So the key, there's a lot of views in the beginning. Uh, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was just going to say that there's not a lot of views on the three. There are 3 lessons called niches, microscope method, and validating a niche.
Hmm.
That's kind of why people were signing up for this to begin with. Like
Right.
that's the one promise that I was to deliver to them, and they have right now 4 or 3 views between the 2 of them, or between the 3 of them. But I also recognize, as I was trying to say this, is it's not fair because this is supposed to be the second week when in my kind of big plan there should be looking at this. So it's fine that people haven't got to it.
Right. Right.
But realistically, what I see is there's about 7 people engaged.
Okay.
Yeah, so not a lot. 7 people like unique views of each video. The rest, I have no idea.
Yeah.
They're just there for the ride.
It's interesting.
It's well, it's slightly discouraging because it means that the population I have to work with is really small.
Yeah.
But at the same time, It's a numbers game. It's a pure numbers game. Like I
Yeah.
mean, one of the guys in the group who started just a week before me, he has over 380 beta testers sign up. So
Wow.
if half of them make it to his platform, that's 150.
Is he the copyright guy or whatever that one
Hmm.
was? Interesting.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean
see.
the proof will come at the end when you get your final number, right? Like
Yeah,
how
and
many of these folks?
and it's going to be interesting because the next launch is going to be for like Natalie's launch,
Yeah, yeah,
and that is B2C, so I have way more people.
yeah,
Although it's interesting because B2B, one of the aspects that I'm going to talk to them about is the fact that if they do buy the course, it's a write off for them.
yeah,
They're a business.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm. It's funny because my attitude has shifted in the last couple of weeks in terms of, if I need to buy something or spend some money, I'm not hesitating as much because it's a business expense. So it doesn't mean it's free, but um, you know, it's different than being a private citizen and spending money on stuff.
yeah. Did you set up a business account?
I do have one.
Yeah.
The actually, I got to set up my HST account this week.
Why?
Well, I was talking to my accountant, and he was questioning me on it. And I said, "Well, you don't need it till you make 30 grand." He said, "Yeah, that's true," but he goes, when especially because I'm doing B2B stuff with the leadership for retail managers, he said, do you want people to think you're a small time operator or a legitimate operator?"
Hmm.
So um, he suggested that I just go ahead and set it up.
He's your accountant, right?
Yeah,
Well, he's looking out for his own. Yeah.
yeah,
Because for him, he also knows that you have to, as soon as you set up a HST account, you have to file your reporting for HST.
yeah. No, I know,
Just
but I
like,
mean the way I'm looking at it is like it's almost like creating a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like if you want to make over 30 grand, you should just act like you're making over 30 grand.
actually, that's a good way of looking at it.
So like there's like, what am I waiting for? Like um, is kind of my point. Um, anyway, and the and I doubled down this weekend on my investment.
What does that mean?
Well, so this weekend I got to go to uh, the Clarity Live event as part of the bonus package for what I'd signed up for.
Yep.
So this is like a feeder event for his Clarity coaching certification training.
Mm-hmm.
Which in the way it's funny because it's 11,000 pounds for the program.
Yep.
Then there's a discount. I don't know if it's the early bird discount, whatever it is, down to like 7,500 pounds. Then there's if you pay before April 28th or 29th, it's 6,500 pounds. And if you're already a member of one of his programs, which I am, Thriving Coaches Blueprint, you subtract that amount from that. That's the call I have at 9:30 just to talk about the signing up. But it's so minus the whatever 2,000 pounds I already paid, so it's 4,000 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts in January and it runs for 6 months.
Sorry, it starts in January.
Yeah, they're doing the 2022 sign up now, so you can pay. You could do it like a 10 pay installment plan.
Mm.
There's only 36 spots in this course.
So scarcity,
Yeah,
discounts, loyalty discounts, uh,
exactly.
deferral, so you can have separate payments. Very, yeah,
Very
very, very
clever.
good.
It
No, I'm not
reminds.
judging it.
I know.
It works.
Yeah, totally. Well, here's the like. So this weekend was amazing. I didn't get up at 4:30 in the morning. I my alarm went off and I woke up and I said no, I can't do it. I felt like shit. So I got up at 7 and joined the call both days. So I missed the first part of it. because at 7 they're just doing an exercise, then they go for a 90-minute lunch break. So you kind of miss the whole morning. But like each day we had 2 breakout groups that I was in, and it's just, I don't know, it's like mind-blowing stuff when you talk to when you're in a community of people that are all doing and talking about the same thing. It's pretty amazing. So
that's pretty good. So what was the whole thing on? Like what was the
well, the
topic?
theme of this weekend was finding your purpose. But again, because I missed the morning parts of it, I kind of missed a lot of the theoretical stuff. But and the ones I was in is talking about insights that you've had and people sharing things. It's very impactful. I'm watching him do coaching demos with people. And the guy's like a quote machine. Like every 5 seconds he's saying something, you're like, oh my God, I got to write that down. That's great. He had one that I liked yesterday. It was fear. He was talking about courage, because somebody said what they wanted help with was getting past the fear of criticism. So he goes, do you want he goes, okay, there's two ways we can do this. There's a slow method and a fast method. Which one do you want? And the guy says, I want the fast method. And he says, okay, well, there's actually 2 fast methods. There's like fast and there's lightning fast. Which do you want? He goes, well, the faster the better. So he goes, okay, we're going to take a break in a few minutes. So on the break, I want you to write down the list of the things that your fear of criticism is stopping you from doing, and put the scariest things at the top. And then when we come back from the break, we'll go to step 2. So we came back from the break, but then we did other things. And so it wasn't until like the end of the afternoon that he came back to it. And he said, okay, you got your list? And he's like, yeah. He goes, so you have them prioritized? He's like, yeah. And he goes, okay, well, here's step 2. Just do the stuff on your list. Forget about the criticism. It doesn't matter. And he said, he goes, fear is wetting your pants. Courage is doing a lot of things in wet pants. Meaning you do it despite the fear.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool visual.
Yeah. That's damn, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this guy, the guy he was talking to, he's a realtor. He's in Nashville, and it sounds like he has a software business on the side. And he's been kind of keeping his software business a secret because he doesn't want to get criticism from his community of realtors and, I don't know, his friend group, I don't know, whatever it is. He didn't really give a lot of detail. But basically after this exercise, the guy comes back on, he goes, you know what? I've just decided that I'm getting out of my real estate business and going full time into my software business. So it's like a breakthrough. So it's amazing to witness like such powerful shifts in people's attitudes and thinking. Anyway, and I like to think of it as decisive. Some may say I'm just a sucker, but like I decided, like he's talking about the course and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I've decided I want more of this. Like I'm really enjoying every minute of it. And then a realization I had, and again, I don't know if this is like rationalization or if it's true, but it doesn't really matter. But like, my bank phoned me a month ago out of the blue to renew my mortgage, which wasn't due until August. And it may be a standard operating procedure. I don't know, but I got a good low rate that she was able to lock it in on that day. And the next day the rates went back up. But going through the process, I'm now locked in for another 5 years. So the fact that I don't have a job, as long as I keep paying my mortgage, isn't going to affect my ability to have a house.
Yep.
And it gives me the realization, like the house down the street here that's identical to my house is on the market for 1.2 million, which means I have 900,000 or so of equity in my home. So why am I worried about financial, like spending $100 here or there on stuff for my business or signing up for this course if I think it's going to be meaningful for me? You know what I mean? Like it's like
So it's a different perspective on life. It's
the
completely
serendipity of having financial certainty in a time when most people would be freaking out
different.
is very powerful. You know, it's a very powerful way to approach it. Now, I can't afford to piss away $900,000, of course, but you know, for the next year or 2 years, whatever it is, I basically have free reign to do what I need to do to make this successful.
Exactly.
So, and it's A, it's money well spent, but B, in that working out of that context, I have no doubt that it will be successful. It may look completely different than it does today,
Well, most likely, yeah.
but that doesn't matter. I'll eventually find something that sticks and works, and that's the whole nature of this business, right?
True. That's
So
absolutely true. Okay, I'm going to let you go so you don't have to jump off and then jump on. This has been very inspirational too.
yeah, good. I'm glad.
You know, I'm going to call this episode "Courage." Courage
Yeah,
and repent.
there we go. I like it. All right, man.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.